What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are checking back in from EPCOT, and today we are doing a full tour and review for the Flower and Garden Festival. In fact, we have media, yes! So we're going to be trying out some of the foods and all the sights and sounds. Let's go check it out. Alrighty guys, so we have Carla here, and she is a landscaper, at least one of the higher up landscapers in charge of all of the neat stuff here at the Flower and Garden Festival. Could you tell me why we are in the butterfly exhibit perchance?
The butterfly exhibit is one of our most popular events, most popular displays for the Flower and Garden Festival. Everybody loves to see the butterflies. They're flying around, you can see them emerging from their chrysalis, you can see them sipping nectar from the flowers, so it's a very interactive, and it's also, even though we have this huge big butterfly house here, it's something you could do at your own home.
Absolutely, and I know as a kid I was learning about butterflies in the whole cocoon stage, and of course eventually they turn into butterflies, and you show that whole process here, which is kind of neat, so kids are able to learn about it. I gotta say, it's really kind of neat. We only have a couple butterflies in here, but I know in a couple weeks, once more actually come out of their cocoon, this place is going to be filled with them. They play a vital role in our ecosystem. Can you tell me a little bit about the butterflies and that role exactly?
Butterflies are a very important pollinator in our world. The more butterflies, the more bees, the more flies you have, the more pollination occurs. So it's helping our agricultural crops, it's helping our home gardens, it's helping our fruit trees, it's helping the flowers and all the plants that we have all around us.
Absolutely. And we do want to thank you for speaking with us, Carla, and we hope to enjoy the rest of our day here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And if you would go to the next garden, which we're calling the how-to garden, we have kind of a try-it-at-home butterfly house that is real easy to do with an umbrella and netting.
Okay, very neat, and we're going to check that out. Thank you.
All right, take care.
I think she said nobody was at this one.
Just in case you didn't know how to garden, well, you can learn about how to garden here at EPCOT.
We've done it a long time ago. So this is our 25th annual EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival. Once again, it runs 90 days. Just started a couple of days ago, and it'll run all the way to May 28th. The fun thing about a 90-day event is the festival changes throughout. The flowers that you see grown here now won't be here at the end because the season changes. So it becomes a new event every several weeks. We have some great new offerings and experiences for families. We really reimagined our play areas and went a little bit more from playgrounds to family activity areas. So for instance, in our Florida 500 garden, the entire family can do a scavenger hunt, look and find different beach plants, and then when they complete it, they get a pack of seeds they can go home and plant at their own house.
That's really
brand new and fun for the family. The garden I'm standing in front of right now, the Imagination Play Garden, what can we say? It's probably the best play garden we've done. I say that every year.
Yeah.
We work hard to make them better, and this year it's truly a family experience. We have some play equipment, but we also have a musical maze. We were hoping that the families would enjoy it, and look over there and I see as many adults playing in it as I do children, and that's exactly what we wanted.
And you can hear it. You can hear people playing right now.
That's exactly right. You hear it all day long. We even have tic-tac-toe and checkers, and you'll notice that it's not just children playing. It's mom against son, dad against mom.
Yeah, grandma's in there playing too.
Exactly. We want to bring the entire family into these activities, and I think we succeeded.
I think you have as well. Now, of course, you have all the beautiful flowers here and whatnot. With all the food options, what are some of the new things that we can really find and expect for this Flower and Garden Festival?
you know, every year the chefs work so hard, and we just watch it from the outside. I'm a horticulture guy. I don't do the food, but we get to watch them and how much passion they put in this event, and how hard they try to do things like use Florida food if possible. One of our new displays this year is the Honey Bistro. It's really fantastic from a gardening standpoint. I'm proud because we tell the story of how plants are used to make honey. You know, the bees do it, and we take advantage of that. But then they can go, the guests can try fabulous food and beverage offerings. Every one of them includes honey. You know, honey is a very popular product to use in food right now, and we're certainly on that way.
All right, Eric, thank you so much for speaking with us, and of course, we're going to enjoy some of that honey, hopefully. Of course, you talk about it, we got to try it. So this is kind of neat. As soon as I was walking over here, I was thinking, man, this is really bouncy. Well, this is all tires. So all the rubber from tons and tons of tires is just on the ground. It's very springy. And this is one of the musical instruments that Eric was talking about. So adults, kids, doesn't matter. They can come over here and try this out. That's pretty neat. The Honey Bistro, and I assume this is going to be where we learn about the importance of bees and some of the tasty treats that we can actually get from them as well. So let's go check it out.
This problem where I wander in front of people's cameras. No, I can't do it, bro. Thanks.
And this is going to be the fun part of our video where we get to try out the food. We're going behind this little wall, and then come the noms. Now check out this golf cart. So we have some interesting flowers and characters inside, and they've got everything you need to know about the Flower and Garden Festival in that little booklet, and I think they're excited for it as well. Uh-oh, no, watch out for the water. And the floodgates have opened. One of the food options that we have right off the bat is barbecue and brew. So I can smell all the barbecue stuff right off the bat. We have all the plates over here getting plated. And check out all the different stuff here. So we have, I believe, what is this? Short end ribs, or what can
pork belly
briskets?
Beef brisket, yeah.
Very nice. And then this as well, sir?
The sausage with the cucumber, and then we put barbecue on the top of it. It's got a fondue sauce under over the top of the brisket.
That sounds amazing. And again, that's some of the meat that they're using for it. Looks awesome. Don't forget your moonshine.
So the next station over, we have a new slider.
So here we have Florida Fresh. We have blackened shrimp, cheddar cheese, grits, brown gravy as well. So it looks really yummy. And then we have over here some carne with black beans. And we have some sour cream. And that is right over here.
There you go.
Thank you. So check this out. We have griddled maple pound cake with peach and sweet corn.
We have delicious. This is the best section of the place. Okay? The best dessert.
I'm not putting it on fire.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
You know, I think that
If you could, though, explain to me what you're doing, though.
Okay, so I'm taking our maple pound cake and I'm putting butter on both sides, kind of like grilled cheese, and I'm grilling it so it's got that nice crispy outside and soft on the inside. And then it's got the peach compote on top with a sweet corn iced gelato and maple.
I recommend you stir that up because the liquor.
That sounds amazing. Thank you, miss. All right, so I really wish we had smell-o-vision because this is amazing. It's a honey chicken flatbread. So we have the Honey Bistro, and this apparently is roasted cauliflower with buckwheat honey, carrot puree, and wild rice pilaf, asparagus, different stuff like that.
What beer for you? I got one and jump. Sure you want two? Something good?
The berry basket. So we have field greens with strawberries, quinoa, strawberry vinaigrette, and spiced pecans.
If you like sweet ones, pair it up with this salad. Yeah, I know you can.
All right, so now comes the moment of truth. We've checked out all the different food items. Now it's time to try it. And we have 3 different samples here. And this one right here, as you remember, was the flatbread honey chicken. And then we have the gelato over here. And then the different meat one over here. Again, we have the media day list for all the different stuff that we're trying out. And let's show you that. So again, we have the toasted pretzel, we have field greens, there's a smokehouse thing with beef brisket, literally just tons and tons and tons of food options here. But now, it's time to try it. First thing I'm gonna do right here is the flatbread chicken. And I think this is gonna be best. Just kind of grabbing a bite. I'm not gonna try to tackle this too crazy. Let me see. That is amazing. Really good chicken. Kind of a strong sense of honey in that. Flatbread is pretty nice as well. Overall, pretty good. Scale of 1 to 10 on that one. I'm give it maybe probably an 8.5 to a 9 on that one. Very delicious. Well, after that first one, I got stuff all over my beard and whatnot, but we're about to try another one. And this one has some different meats. So we have almost like a patty on the bottom, and then some shredded kind of meat here. Let's try that. And that is really good. Love the kind of salsa flavor to it. The carne in there is amazing. And let's grab another bite of this. I see black beans. Wow. So yeah, black beans are really good. Carne is really good. Salsa on there is dynamite. A scale of 1 to 10 on that one. That's easily in a 9.5, if not a 10. That is amazing. So on the other side of the menu, we have what I would consider maybe more dessert style items. So we have tropical mousse cake with layers of passion fruit and coconut, and I see a maple pound cake with peach and corn gelato. So yeah, lots of different stuff. Maple popcorn shake with Crown Royal maple whiskey. Lots of good items. And that is what I'm trying right now. So this one is the one that has the popcorn on it. It has the peach. And this is like caramelized. Popcorn is excellent. And there's the gelato melting deliciously. Let me grab a nice little bite here of that. That is really good. Kind of surprised by the gelato. It does have kind of a corn hint to it. The peach is good. Overall, there's nothing really I can say that was bad about it. Scale of 1 to 10 on that one. I would give that an 8.5 to probably a 9 on it. Not too sweet. I don't know really how to describe it. The popcorn is nice because it gives a nice texture and a crunch to it. And then of course you have the peaches, which again adds more texture to it. Totally different. So they have polar opposite ends on this one, but this is really good. I might have some more. Bye. All right, so next up is going to be from the Florida Fresh, and we have, of course, the shrimp with cheddar cheese grits, brown gravy, and local sweet corn relish. So that's going to be the next thing that we try. And let's do that right now. So there's a shrimp. There's some of the corn, and this looks really good. Shrimp is really good. Not too oceany, fishy tasting, I guess you could say. Corn is good, not too sweet. And then the grits, they're pretty cheesy actually. Again, grits are not something that I normally have or try, but this is done very well. Shrimp is probably the best part of it, of course, but let's dig in some more and try it. So next we have the kind of German style food. We have the toasted pretzel bread topped with Black Forest ham and melted cheese. Yes. So that's going to be it right there. And there's the pretzel bun, melted cheese. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Fairly easy to cut into. And it's a pretty big bite, but I'll go ahead and do this. Oh man, good spiciness. And oh man, so we have a decent amount of salty flavor there. Pretzel's really good, soft. Cheese is excellent as well. And the ham, that is really, really good. Almost feels like I'm biting into bacon, kind of. But that one, scale 1 to 10, I would easily give that one probably an 8.5 to a 9 as well. And the next thing that we have is the beef brisket burnt ends with pork belly slider, garlic sausage, chorizo, cheddar fondue, and house-made pickle. That thing. It sounds amazing, looks amazing, but it's a mess. Gotta say that it's very hard to keep a hold of all this. A lot of stuff is falling out, but I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. And that is some of the pork belly. Let's try that.
But I really like black bean too.
I love pork belly. That is really good. The only thing I can say is I prefer where it's a little bit more tender. It's a little bit chewy on it, but overall pretty good. The bun as well looks pretty decent. And then we have the pickle on there. The bun is just covered in sauce. Don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but as far as the burn in, I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna get a bite from the middle of this. I know I'm not eating it with the bun, which kind of defeats the purpose, but it's a little messy.
But you can't eat it. But I don't eat it, so when I have it...
Once you get into the heart of it, amazing. Good sauce, tons of flavor, just explodes with flavor. And then we have the pickle on top, which is supposed to kind of counteract all that kind of saltiness that you get. It's going to be a good one. Scale of 1 to 10 on this one, I'm probably going to give this a 9 to a 9.5. Probably one of the better dishes I've had today. Oh boy, so we have more exciting desserts that we're about to do right now, and this one looks really good. As you can see, that is the, of course, mousse cake. We have layers of passion fruit cake, coconut mousse, and tropical fruit glaze with fresh pineapple. Yum, yum. And then we have this little thing over here, which is like a caramel drink. I got the virgin kind because, well, the medication I'm taking does not say alcohol is recommended. So, got the virgin kind, at least for now. Let's try out some of this. So these are little pineapple bites. That is excellent. Pineapple is super cold, super fresh. You can just taste it. And then look at this. That looks amazing. It just literally peels away from the rest of the cake. It's very cool, very fresh. On a very hot day, that is exactly what I would want. I would say scale 1 to 10 on that one, easily a 9.5, if not a 10. The little pineapple bites really set it apart. I'm very pleased with that one, actually. Then we have this drink here. Again, this is the virgin version of it. Gonna mix it around, get some of the, of course, sugar on top, down to the bottom. And let's give it a whirl. That is really good. It's kind of like having a, it's almost like a cinnamon toast milkshake, I guess you could call it almost. It's really thick. Of course, having the alcohol in there would thin it down a bit, but it's very thick for me. I'm happy with it though. Still pretty good. Scale 1 to 10 on that one though. I would give it maybe probably an 8 on that one. Not my favorite drink, but on a very hot day, very refreshing. Alrighty guys, so we have David here, and he's a producer for EPCOT Entertainment, and we have some really exciting stuff to talk about. I see a sign behind you that says all sorts of concerts. Can you tell me about some of those concerts?
Absolutely. We have the Garden Rocks Concert Series, which is one of the big tent poles for the Flower and Garden Festival. And this concert series features mainly artists from the 80s and 90s. A lot of festival favorites are back, like Night Ranger. Last night they opened the concert series, and a spectacular crowd, very exciting. And ELO, Herman's Hermits, the Village People, lots of those favorites. But we also this year, we have some favorites that we brought from the Beat Concert series, like Survivor.
I already see some fan favorites of my own. I mean, I see Survivor on there, Smash Mouth. I mean, some really big names. So
Absolutely.
you have some really popular artists that are going to be here. So it's really exciting.
We try to mix it up each year and bring keep a lot of the favorites in there that bring in new artists as well. Foghat is new, was never played at EPCOT before. Also, Lone Star and Dalton Felder this year. So some brand new artists.
Yeah, I'm an Eagles fan. I personally have seen them almost 8 times in concert. So I love the Eagles. So of course, maybe we'll hear Hotel California or something like that.
I think
I think we might. Yeah. But again, thank you so much for speaking with us. And hopefully our guests are going to get a chance to try out some of the concerts that we have. Again, it's from young to old, guys. It doesn't matter. We have stuff for the kids and we have stuff for grandma. And they're going to love it here. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Alrighty guys, so we have another awesome person here, Greg, who is the culinary director, and we have it for the Flower and Garden Festival. Greg, you have some really exciting and very tasty food items. Can you talk to me a little bit about some of those items and what we can find new for this year's event?
Yes, so new this year we have a new outdoor kitchen. It's called the Honey Bistro. So it's hosted by the National Honey Board. So we have 3 great items. Today we're featuring the honey tandoori chicken flatbread. I think it's going to be great for kids. It has a nice honey sour cream on top, some roasted garden vegetables, and then we have a roasted cauliflower dish with a buckwheat carrot puree, some nice wild rice pilaf, some blistered grapes. So I think this dish really represents not only using different types of honey, but ingredients that would attract bees to help pollinate. Some of the other items that we have that are new this year to the smokehouse, we have a new slider. So it's a beef brisket and smoked pork belly with a little bit of chorizo, white cheddar cheese fondue. It's topped with a house-made pickle and a garlic sausage, a little bit of barbecue mayonnaise on top. We have a toasted pretzel roll that's got Gruyere cheese, Black Forest ham. From Northern Bloom, a really cool dessert. It's griddled maple pound cake with warm peach compote, and it has a sweet corn gelato. So this is an excellent, really different flavors, but they really go well together. The sweetness and then the creaminess of the gelato. And then a new rendition of the shrimp and grits is here this year. We've had this dish for the past 4 years. So being the 5th year of our outdoor kitchens, we wanted something new. So we blackened the shrimp, still the same great white cheddar cheese grits that you find from previous years, but we did it with a brown gravy. So more on the northern side of Florida. So I think some of these items are really going to be some excellent choices for all ages.
Yeah, a lot of different food groups, a lot of different things to try, and it all adds up to deliciousness. I gotta say, a couple of my personal favorite items, at least from today, was the slider with the pork belly. Very, very flavorful, and then of course the flatbread chicken one that you had with the honey. I was very surprised by that. I really liked it, lots of flavor. Flatbread was really good as well. So I'm excited to see that you have some new items, of course, and we have some of the old returning favorites, of course. Is there anything that really sticks out in your mind that's a personal favorite that you like to go to every single time you come to the Flower and Garden Festival?
So I think it's twofold. I think I love to come to see what's new, okay? But also one of the standbys that is great is the cheddar cheese and chive biscuit with the smoked salmon. I mean, we've tried to maybe not have it one year, and I think there was a revolt.
There's a riot every time, yeah.
Have it one year, but I think that's a standby that it's just so comforting. It has great flavors. We're baking the biscuits out in the outdoor kitchen, so they're warm, they're fresh. So I think that standby you have to go to, but also be adventurous. Try the sweet corn gelato. Try that slider that's just over the top. I think that's the fun part about these festivals.
You know what's kind of funny is I say in some of my videos, of course we've done international food and wine, and it's totally different from Flower and Garden. We need to make that clear. Totally different when it comes to it, but I've always wondered who were some of the creative masterminds behind some of the foods like this? And I assume I have to owe credit to you because there's a lot of things that I've never ever tried in my entire life. Bone marrow, stuff like that. And I've tried it here. I've had that sense of I want to do adventurous things, and having the food items here at EPCOT has allowed me to be a little bit more adventurous in my palate. So Greg, I do thank you for speaking with us, and we're very excited about, again, more food options here at Flower and Garden and future options in other events. So thank you much, Greg.
Thank you very much. I hope to see you out in the park.
Alrighty guys, so we have Daniel here who is a sous chef for the Flower and Garden Festival, and I heard a little rumor you've come up with some crazy ideas for some of the food items that we've tried, and one of them might be that slider. So can you tell me about that and how you, somewhere in your brain was like, well, this is going to be the item that we're going to go with?
Well, I didn't think it was going to be like a big hit, but going into this festival, you know, I was working on the smokehouse menu, so, you know, thinking of how can I outsell our favorite, you know, for the last 5 years, which was our pulled pig slider. So, you know, I took some of the burnt-in hash, you know, pork belly, it's a trend right now, so, you know, get some smoked pork belly going, and then, you know, get a casserole, toast it with some garlic butter, and then put it together, you know, try it, and it was like good, but I said I need something else. I need something like a...
Yeah, let's put it over the top.
So, you know, and then I created the chorizo cheese fondue, you know, so being Hispanic, you know, that was kind of my Latin touch right there. And then I said, well, we need to top it up with something else. And that's when the garlic sausage came on board and the house-made pickle. And then we put the little spicy barbecue mayo on top. And that was it.
It's literally a combination of so many different foods. And I don't know how to describe the slider. Again, I said it was one of my favorite items that I tried here, but you get almost the heat, like you said, from the spiciness, but then you get the pickle, which cools it down, and then you have, of course, the soft bun, and then you have the pork belly and everything. It's literally just, it's a melting pot of flavor wrapped up into one. And I gotta say, it's visually appetizing and appealing as well. I saw several people taking photos of it. Obviously, that's something that you look for when you're trying to design this. What was something about that you're like, well, I'm gonna tower it up like this, put the pickle on the top kind of thing?
Well, I think this is my favorite festival out of all the 4 that we have right now. And then Flower Garden, I was thinking the weekends, family gatherings, you know, like barbecuing in the new backyard. So, you know, when I put that together and, you know, I'll see all the sauces coming out and then, you know, kind of grab it with your hands and eating all messy, you know, like you don't have to worry about, anyone looking at you.
Yep, because everybody else is going to be messy right there with you.
So that's kind of the idea that I had, my vision, and then when it came together, I was so happy with it, and then thankfully it's a hit, you know, everyone is loving it.
Yeah, like I said, I already gave the review on the food, and it truly is one of the better items that I've had a chance to try here. Daniel, thank you so much for speaking with us, and hopefully our guests are going to get a chance to try one of your awesome creations.
Thank you.
And thank you again.
I'll see you in the park.
Of course, with all the different events that we have here, well, there's got to be some merchandise, and luckily we have merchandise right here. So we have light up cups, t-shirts, of course, we have the ears. How could you not forget about the flower ears? Different things, like we have a mini over here, mugs, and there's even a little kind of plaque right there. I love the little water feeder right there. All looks very nice, but let's travel down over here and show you some of the other stuff that we have. So again, more t-shirts right there, showing off some of the oranges, celebrating 25 years. We have some of the different art featuring Mickey, Pluto. We even have Figment right there. And Figment has a cup as well, so that right there is showing Figment on the 25th anniversary. And then we also have a Magic Band. So the Magic Band right there looks all very nice. And then the park was able to provide us some of the pretty photos and opportunities for the food, but we've already taken plenty of that. But again, that's just some of the merchandise items here. But again, that's just some of the merchandise items here for Flower and Garden.
I go over to the train deck thinking he's...
You're good, don't worry. Keep bothering you.
So as you guys know, we have the Food and Wine Festival, and just the same with the Flower and Garden Festival. We have the little kiosk here. This one is the Berry Basket, and you get in the line just like you normally do. And of course we have just around the corner over here the little menu board featuring what they have and what it's made of.
Hi guys, this is Stitch and we're here at the Flower and Garden Festival. Make sure that you try all sorts of new and exciting foods.
And thanks to Disney, we are going to be doing a couple different rides today. We're going to be doing Frozen first. It's a little bit busy in here.
Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, I know you do. Yes, it's made a magic winter show. It's summer snow for spending near you. We're going up to Elsa's ice palace. All of you.
Are you ready to see Elsa?
They were born ready.
Now it's time for one of my favorite attractions here at EPCOT, Test Track. Let's go over 60 miles an hour. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have designed our vehicle, and it is the Redneck Mobile, and hopefully it's going to do pretty well.
We'll begin with the capability test to see how your vehicle designs perform under challenging weather and surface conditions.
Monitoring road surface.
Let's see how your designs hold up now.
Commencing sim car off-road and extreme weather sequence.
Let's see how well we did in the Redneck Mobile.
Capability test results displayed and verified.
Oh yeah! So we got first place on that one.
Their efficiency.
Redneck Mobile.
Scanning sim car for optimal eco.
We got first place on that one.
Gauging eco scan for aerodynamic efficiency. Drive systems analysis. Test.
But that would make sense, yeah, with the wood wheel in the back.
Let me go on a Disney food blog, let me tell you. But I haven't found them, so.
Yeah.
Why don't you stand up?
It has been months and months and months since I have done soaring around the world, but I'm back in line and we're going to try it out again today.
My name is Patrick and I'll be your chief flight attendant.
It's Kronk. Well guys, that is going to do it for our little preview here from the Flower and Garden Festival, and I do want to say thank you again to my friend for inviting me out here for the media event, and to Disney for a wonderful event. Got a chance to try a lot of great food, see some neat topiaries, and overall the park looks fantastic. Of course, we're going to have more updates from here, so if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Midway Mayhem, and I will see you out on the Midway.